Hey guys, JJ here, and today we got all new information on Resident Evil 9 Requiem thanks to an interview with Famitsu, along with a recap of everything you need to know. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Famitsu recently had the opportunity to sit down with Resident Evil Requiem's director and producer. Here's what they had to say. Zombies are confirmed back, but they have been completely reworked. They're still recognizable as the infected, but they move and behave differently than any previous version in the series. Their goal was to make players feel true fear again, not just from how zombies look, but from not knowing what they'll do next. He went on to explain that if zombies behaved like they always have, players could predict how encounters would play out. To restore that tension, the team made their movements and reactions unpredictable and strategic, making every encounter a risk. He even said this update to zombie behavior is one of the key gameplay pillars of Requiem, especially early on when players have few weapons. I can't begin to describe how excited I am to return to Raccoon City and battle the undead once again. Real quick, if you're excited for the return of zombies, hit that like button, and for all the latest Resident Evil 9 Requiem news, make sure to subscribe. Now let's keep going. In classic Resident Evil fashion, combat isn't always the answer. The game will make players decide whether to fight or sneak by, just like older titles. That choice-based tension is coming back, but now with smarter, more advanced zombies that change how you approach each encounter. Nakanishi also touched on the large creature from the demo that eats the doctor's head. He's confirming it's human-like, but terrifyingly unpredictable. He wouldn't say what it is, only that it plays into the new kind of fear they're building with Requiem. He didn't say who or what it is, other than it is not Lisa Trevor. Moving on now to Grace and Alyssa, we got a bit more personality behind Grace Ashcroft and her connection to Alyssa. Grace is confirmed to be the FBI agent with basic firearms training, but she never faced anything like this before. Nakanishi joked that Alyssa never sat her down to say, "Eat your herbs properly," highlighting Grace's realism. She reacts to the world like a normal person, not a seasoned survivor. He said Grace is discovering the world of Resident Evil for the first time, just like new players would. Her innocence and doubt about the common sense of this universe adds a fresh perspective to the series. Alyssa's inclusion as her mother ties directly to Outbreak, but Nakanishi and Kumazawa reassured fans that you don't need to play the older games to understand the story. However, if you know Alyssa's past, you'll connect to her character more deeply. Sounds like all of you who have not played the Outbreak series need to get started, so you can have a deeper connection to Alyssa. You can thank me later. Moving on, the Switch 2 version and performance. Another big takeaway is that Requiem runs natively and smoothly on Nintendo Switch 2. The RE engine was built with scalability in mind, allowing Capcom to keep the same visual fidelity across systems without forcing compromises. Nakanishi said even they were surprised how beautifully it performed, crediting the engine team for making it possible. This means Switch 2 players will experience the full game, not a reduced or cloud version. Now moving into accessibility and options. Capcom also confirmed a wide range of difficulty settings to make the game approachable for newcomers. There are built-in motion sickness options like reduced camera shake and center reticle, and the ability to switch between first person and third person at any time. Nakanishi said the perspectives change the feel of the game entirely. Third person gives a closer bond to the character of Grace, while first person is much more intense. Finally, Capcom confirmed that Requiem is in the final tuning stage of development, aiming to deliver a polished experience for its February 27th, 2026 release. Full recap of all the details: zombies and BOWs are back, and some will have nostalgic designs longtime fans will recognize. The game is described as a return to pure horror, with Nakanishi comparing it to Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 2 Remake. Grace Ashcroft is confirmed as the main protagonist. She starts out scared and uncertain, but grows stronger as the game progresses. Nakanishi said she's meant to represent Resident Evil itself, an ordinary person surviving extraordinary horror. Grace and her mother Alyssa Ashcroft share a key family connection that kicks off the story, serving as a bridge back to Raccoon City. The title, Requiem, means remembrance for the dead, representing a return to the tragedies of the past, a requiem for the victims of the series. Nakanishi confirmed the game is not part of the Ethan trilogy. Resident Evil 7 and Village form a duology, while Requiem pushes the main storyline forward. Gameplay features strategic combat, exploration, puzzles, and resource management with dynamic changes based on location, like the clinic area introducing unique mechanics. Ink ribbons may return, and the RE engine has been updated with more realistic lighting, textures, and atmosphere. Players choose between first or third-person views, each offering different kinds of tension. A new dynamic pacing system alternates horror and relief to keep players on edge without fatigue. The team is aware of complaints about the repetitive stalker enemies and has designed new ways to handle them without breaking immersion. Chris Redfield is not appearing in Requiem, and the story is fully centered on Grace's journey. Nakanishi said she'll gain new weapons and skills as she grows, the gameplay becoming more empowering toward the end. The game draws inspiration from The Silence of the Lambs, The X-Files, and David Fincher's films, leaning into psychological horror and grounded realism. It's been in development for about 4 to 5 years and is roughly the same length as Resident Evil 4 Remake, and focuses entirely on fear, exploration, and survival. Wow, that was a lot to take in and process, but that's everything we got from the latest Famitsu article and everything we learned from Tokyo Game Show. Personally, I'm very excited for this game, and I can't wait to return to Raccoon City to see what it looks like 30 years later. But now I'm curious to know your thoughts. Are you excited for the return of zombies? What do you think about them changing the behavior? Are you looking forward to a psychological horror Resident Evil game? Are you just excited to play Grace and Alyssa's story? Let us know down below and let's have a discussion about it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and for all the latest Resident Evil 9 Requiem news, make sure to subscribe. The Residents of Evil is a Patreon supported channel and also supported by our YouTube members. So if you'd like to become a member and unlock access to custom badges, emojis, and exclusive live streams, click that join button down below. You can join our survival horror community on Discord, link will be in the description, and I have the Duke here to tell you a little about our sponsor, G Fuel.
Do you have need of anything for the road ahead? The Residents of Evil has expanded its services. Perhaps you're in need of a little pick-me-up. I recommend the G Fuel. You can even get a fair discount if you use the code ROE upon purchase. And as always, we thank you for your patronage, stranger.
As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope to see you back at the Residents of Evil.